Eddie Jones,
Mm-hmm.
mate, sometimes sparring partner. What's the relationship between you two?
Well, when I first came into play at Randwick, he was playing there. So he played. My brother was there as well. So and I'd grown up playing league. So I went to Randwick. It was pretty easy. It was just down the road from where I lived, and like I think I may have told you before, I thought it was just playing rugby was a good chance to get a free trip overseas. There was the opportunity there, and I came into this team where there was a lot of good players that were already there. I think they'd won the premiership the year before when I came into first grade. So, and Eddie he was there, and he'd been around for a while, and he was having the up and comer was coming through as well. The battle with Phil Kearns, who in fact was selected from second grade to play for Australia behind, and Eddie was playing first grade. So, when you couldn't look at two different types of players, like Eddie was a small player and had a totally different game to what Kearnsy had. It was a big fella, and he'll bullock over the top of you at any chance. But Eddie was always a great tactician in the game, and he had a good mindset. He could get the opposition players rattled very easily, and when you do that, and I learned a lot from that type of there's a few players in the team, you become like quite hardened. So it's not just about being hard, like you can be hard on the opposition. You've also got to be tough, which means you can take a bit of a beating as well. You've got to be able to live on both sides of that equation, and Eddie was able to do that because he's a little fella. He was always the brunt of some of the big guys taking him on, but he never shirked it, and he could play footy. Like if he was a bit bigger and a bit faster, he could have been playing 5'8". He was smart. He was obviously a good cricketer as well. He played along with David Knox. They played first grade cricket for Randwick, and he came out of Maddo High, so he was well educated in the game of rugby. So he was a good player, and I learned a lot of him from playing. Also around the mindset of the game as well, because he's probably 15 years older than me, isn't he? No, maybe 5 or 6. It'd kill me if you heard that. But yeah, and obviously he started coaching when I think I was still playing when he started coaching. He started coaching young. He coached second grade at Randwick for a while. I never got coached by him, and so he was always going to get into that. And he sort of took it to a different level, and as far as that's concerned. But I've always had a really good relationship with him. It's not like I wouldn't say we're besties, we're not sending each other letters or anything like that. But a lot of from that era, we played together at Randwick. We won a lot of titles, and that brings the team together.